This is your Ate Lourist. To those of you who don't know who Margareth is my younger sister, and her birthday is coming up. So, as my present to her, I have decided to make this video teaching her 25 life lessons that I have learned throughout my 17 years of life. These lessons that I'm about to teach you are worth more than any gift money could buy, okay? Kidding. I just don't have money for a present right now, okay? But I hope to show this video to my sister once she's a little bit older and can understand more complex topics. But to the viewers who might be watching this, hopefully you find wisdom in the lessons that I'm going to give you right now. Embarrassment is not a real thing. You can literally choose to just not feel embarrassed. If somebody is making fun of you for something that you did, say, okay, so what? I did that. Like, it really isn't a big deal. Let's say you did something quote-unquote embarrassing and now you realize that it's wrong. Okay, take accountability. Own it. Say, yes, I did that thing and I'm not like that anymore. Embarrassment is when you give other people power to make fun of you. If you don't feel embarrassed, you don't give them that power. Other people's thoughts or opinions on you are simply projections of what they think about themselves. I noticed that I have known people who constantly try to bring other people down, like constantly try to insult them, talk behind their back, etc. Once I got to know them deeper, I noticed that these are the most insecure beings I've ever been with in my entire life. And that's the reason why they try to bring others down. But the thing I noticed about people who compliment me, I guess, I noticed that people that would call me pretty are usually very pretty themselves. And the people that I notice always compliment me or showering me with compliments, they are the most confident people. So usually whatever insults or compliments somebody gives you, it says more about themselves than it does about you. So your own self-perception is all that matters. You may be anxious or worried at the moment, but I promise things work out in the end. There is this quote I heard from Bob the Drag Queen where he said, I have this mindset that everything works out in the end. And if it's not working out, then it's not the end. I just thought back to all of those times where I was super worried about all of my current problems or about the future. And now looking back, I realized that things really did work out. Just trust in God, or if you don't believe in God, trust in the universe. Trust that things will work out. Trust that it will all be fine. Know when to be independent and know when to ask for help. Of course, it's good to not need anyone. It's good to rely on yourself. It's good to trust yourself. But at the same time, know that you have other people to lean on. You have friends, you have family, you have me. As an eldest daughter, I have this tendency to constantly try to juggle a bunch of things at the same time and think I can handle it. But in reality, sometimes I could delegate those tasks to someone else and ask for help since they are better equipped to do that job for me. It's all just about letting down your pride and realizing that you aren't a machine, you aren't as powerful as you think you are. Just let down your pride and realize that you are human and you need help. Help yourself first before you help others. A metaphor I could use to describe this is when you are on a plane and an emergency situation comes up. What is constantly advised to you is that you put your own mask first before you help your child or somebody else with their mask. If you put on other people's masks before you put on your mask, you are putting your own safety at risk, which is just stupid. If you put your own mask on and you just watch everybody else suffer, that's just selfish. It is everybody's first time going through life. It is inevitable that you and everybody else will make mistakes in their lifetime. Don't beat yourself up or judge someone for making mistakes. Or even if it's a mistake that you knew was wrong, or even if it's something that you should have known, you didn't. Just learn from it and move past it. Always trust your gut. I cannot tell you how many times my gut feeling was right about certain people, certain experiences, but always trust your gut. Try everything out. If there is a activity, hobby, or experience that you find interesting, try it out. Because the worst case scenario in this situation is that it just doesn't work out for you. That's literally it. So don't be too concerned about whether or not you'll fail at this, or whether you do good at it, or whether or not it's gonna be your career in the future. Just try it out and see if it sticks. Confidence is the key to everything. Back when I was younger, I was friends with these two kids. We were talking about the color of blood, and I said, "Did you guys know that blood is actually blue? Because if you look at your veins, they're the color blue, right? The only reason why they appear red is because it mixes with oxygen." And then the two of them look at each other and say like, "Wow, she's smart." That was complete misinformation. That was not real at all. As a kid, I thought it was true. So I said it with full conviction and full confidence. Like, I really believed what I said. And then turns out, like, it wasn't even real. Maybe I'm just teaching kids how to lie. But the point is, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do it confidently. The people that you have a crush on in high school or middle school, you'll grow up and you realize that they weren't that cute. They weren't all that. Like, I look back at the people I had a crush on and like, don't focus too much on getting a relationship or whether or not that person likes you back, because it really doesn't matter. A couple years down the line, you'll be fine, I promise. Letting go of certain things is needed for you to attract bigger and better things into your life. So if your friends cut you off, or your partner breaks up with you, or your application gets rejected, that just means that there is something bigger and better waiting for you down the line. And you're just creating new space into your life for you to attract those new opportunities, those new connections. Every single experience in your life, even the bad ones, led you to this exact moment. Just think about any small occurrence in your life where in the moment you thought like it was insignificant, but then it led to like this chain of events that led you to where you are right now. Just like think about it. Learn to enjoy the present moment. As much as planning for the future and looking forward to where you are going to be 5 years, 10 years down the line is good, learn to enjoy what you have right now. If you are in a good place, or even if you're not in the best place right now, learn to find little things that you are able to enjoy, because you will never be able to come back to this. So make the most of it. If somebody is mean to you, just ignore them. You don't have to yell at them, get mad, try to think of a witty comeback to say in response, or take revenge. Just ignore them and move on with your own life and focus on yourself. Because if they are trying to drag you down, they are already below you. You don't have to stoop down to their level and waste your time doing so. Just ignore, stay silent, move on. You can never change a person. They will only change if they want to. As much as you want to like try and fix a person, try to change their flaws, you can't change them unless they want to change themselves. Try your best in everything that you do. Put 100% of your effort into everything that you do. Not trying does not make you cool. If somebody seems like they are doing something effortlessly or it's so easy for them, I guarantee you, effortless takes a lot of damn effort. Okay? Don't listen to bad influences. Okay? If you know something is wrong, don't follow it. It's as simple as that. If you know it's wrong, don't do it. This is the most eldest sister advice on this list, but just because somebody is telling you to do something does not necessarily mean you should always do it, okay? You have your own judgment, use your brain. If you know it's wrong, ignore and walk away. Be authentically yourself. You will attract the right people that way. The people who are aligned to you and your beliefs and your personality. Don't try to be somebody that you're not just to impress someone or to gain their approval. This is so be yourself, kids. If you see somebody in danger, do your best to help no matter what. This could be by stepping in, by calling for help, getting authorities. Basically, just do anything you can to try and help or at least mitigate the situation. Say, for example, a girl is feeling uncomfortable because a man is trying to make advances towards her. Step in or if it could potentially be harmful towards you as well, try to call the authorities. Try to do anything in your power to help them. Don't put other people on a pedestal. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. Nobody is better than anyone. Even if the person might be more successful than you, richer than you, more good looking than you, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are better than you. Each person has their own flaws. They're still human. Even if they might be celebrities or even a homeless man on the street, you are not better than them and they are not better than you. Stop thinking that life is against you. Sure, you might have a lot of problems at the moment. Sure, things might not be going your way. But guess what? Everybody has their own problems. Everybody has things that they're going through. Stop making yourself a victim in your own story. As Evelyn Hugo once said, nobody is a victim or a victor. Everybody is somewhere in between. Although you aren't exactly winning right now, there are still things you can do in order to make your life better. There are still things that you can control in your situation so you can have a better life. Learn how to control your emotions, not bottle them up. The key difference between the two is how you react in certain situations. You are allowed to feel angry, you're allowed to feel sad, you are allowed to feel upset. However, that does not give you a right to throw things around, to yell at other people, and to make their lives a living hell. Learn how to act accordingly depending on the setting. Once you are alone or with a trusted friend, you are allowed to rant, you are allowed to cry, you are allowed to let out those emotions in a proper and healthy way. Your looks, possessions, and achievements don't define you as a person. Your character does. How you treat other people, how you treat yourself, how you talk about other people behind closed doors, how you would like to help the world. That is how you are defined as a person. Not by external things, but rather internal. Happiness is created, not found. So achieving your goals, finding your dream partner, getting the thing you've always wanted will not bring you happiness. But feeling happy while you work towards these things will. There's this thing called destination fallacy, where you think that once you get this certain thing, once you've achieved this certain goal, you will finally feel happy. But once you get that thing, sure, you'll feel joy for a little while, but then you'll go back to how you previously felt before you got the thing, before you achieved the goal. You have to learn to find fulfillment in the present, not the future. Always have a plan, but don't hesitate to change the plan. It's good to always have a plan so you know what kind of direction you would like to go in. But people change, your preferences will change, your circumstances will change. So don't hesitate to change your plan as well. What you wanted 5 years ago is different from what you want now. What you will want right now is different from what you will want 5 years into the future or 10 years into the future. You never know what's going to happen. So it's good to have a plan, but don't hesitate to change it. I already know Margaret isn't going to listen to me, but this will serve as an I told you so. When you mess up, when things don't go your way, when things happen differently than you expected, just know that I told you so. And this is evidence of that. But anyways, happy birthday, Margaret. Ate Lourist always loves you. Ate Lourist will always love you. And to anybody watching this video, greet Margaret a happy birthday in the comments. Also comment which lesson from this list you know for a fact is true. Whichever one you know for a fact is true and the reasoning why. So I have like testimonies and evidence to show my sister once she's older. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the wisdom that I have bestowed upon you. And bye bye, people of this universe.